Hello. So I've got this website, right? Talk.Online, Talk.Online. And I decided instead of an exclamation point, I want a period for say something, right? Are you enticed to post here? I would say so, but this exclamation point right here is a little bit too much. So what we're gonna do is now I'm actually just completely testing in production here. Here we go. Gotta find, this is a quest to find where in this code this thing is. I think it's even in the HTML. Oh, here we go. Right here. Post link, say something. All right, here we go. Boom. And just like that, well, all right. So we've got some cool features on this website like that, but we want to have it actually dynamically load content and have this be further user generated content. And right now we're on the new algorithm. We have different algorithms. So basically, the way the algorithms work is it remembers your cookie seed, and and so that way we don't store information about what algorithm you use. Only you do. And ideally, there's just a huge drop down list of basically infinite possible algorithms to choose from. So now, like when we refresh the page, see it remembers random, and now I can play Flappy Bird in the interface. Okay. All right. So, and Dwarf Fortress is actually a pretty mobile friendly game. So that's why I included it. But yeah, so this is actually the only two posts ever created on Talk Online. I'm rimc.eth. And so let's see. I have, looks like I have about $157 worth of Ethereum that I could possibly spend on posting for gas here. So let me go ahead and actually test and see what, let's see. Um, what is this? No, I don't like that link. Oh shoot, the original fun. This is a different game, right? Yeah, because this is fun too. All right, here we go. $21? Absolutely not. So unfortunately today the gas fees are $21 for a simple post on the internet, on the distributed internet. That is too much. That is too much for a simple post on the internet. So we're excited that there's gathering interest in Ethereum. However, that's too much gas fees for simple, and that's why we're looking to deploy on L2s. So keep an eye out for our deployment on L2s. I've deployed on L2s such as Cello. Cello, the gas fees are basically free. Scroll was something like 15 cents per post. And I think that the scroll fees are supposed to be getting cheaper, but we'll find out. Now, I don't want to be in production right now. I'm going to copy the production code and then put it in this mainnet folder, new file, index.html. All right, and so this is basically a copy, and there should basically have almost the exact same parameters. However, let's see, let's run through all the different parameters we have. We're going to go add some, basically this is moving it to the main folder, or the one ahead. Some simple CS there. And then now we can just do / here. And then we need to add dot here. And I really think that should cover it, because all this information about the network is the same. We've got the same Infura link, same RPC URL, same chain ID. All right. Let's run it. Talk online slash mainnet slash index at HTML. Oh, dude, we forgot to add the style tags, but that's cool to know that this is what Talk Online looks like without any CSS. So you can actually tell that this is like a solidly built site. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, like it looks pretty decent. Like it actually is somewhat readable without CSS. So I'm actually glad to see that. That's about the best error you can make. Just a simple dot that I missed. Like that's crazy that the code can just break that much based off of one dot. But I should just be able to refresh the page and boom, look how different it looks because of the CSS. And it's not even a long CSS file. That CSS file is, let me pull it up. All right, never mind. That CSS file I can go ahead and tell you is like 150 lines of code maybe max. So some of them aren't even. Some of them are related to like sort of dynamic like hover stuff. So I mean, it's really that's how much CSS can really do for you. So I think I've minted an NFT here, and I've oh I was under the impression that I had um replied to a post here, but I didn't think it was gonna show. But I thought that this would say one. Hmm. Okay. So let's explore that. Let's first explore control replies. Was it that? Okay. Replies. Content for dot length dot string. What is content? Content content is the hmm. No errors. But this is odd. Index.html72 is getting an undefined. Right, so on line 71, we have this. Then on line 72, we have undefined 16. What are we trying to get? We're trying to get this thing right here. The 1, the 2. Like, because 1 and 2 are the IDs of the responses. So what we're trying to do is get the last one, right? So it's OPs, right? But we want OPs. We want OPs. And what do we get when we do that? Line 72 still. Okay, so you just get that, right? Okay. Man, I have no idea how to do that. So, how do I parse? I What is it? You're supposed to take this thing. Dot hex. Okay, that's because it's a JSON, right? Dot hex. OPs dot hex, right? What do we get if we do that? OX2. Parse int with something dot hex and 16, right? So we want to have a 16 right here, and we parse it on this. I think I had the parse int wrong, right? Okay, and then we add this over here. Finally, looks like we actually are getting the thing right. Okay. So now that we've solved that issue, seems like we might be having less other issues. Right. So this is actually supposed to be inside of the new thing. So in theory, yeah, this is exactly what we have here. Okay, that makes sense. So then return object, right? Because we want to be returning two. In 69 we're returning one. Why is that? I think we're good with all this, right? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So if we wanted to actually get all the news, we would be loading like um we'd be loading return obs, but it'd be like return obs -1 or whatever, right? So OPs is the original post. So assuming that's longer than like 8, we would want to just be like OPs for each. We'd want to actually do a link to do loop to populate most recent posts based on OP.length. Iterate through the end of OP and add a int to the system to track, so that way posts continuously get older, right? Get older. A true new algorithm, right? Because it's like you don't want to refresh the page and then see what you just saw, right? All right. So now that I'm on this, I want to reply. Um, so replies go here, bruv. So I actually want to have a function, right? So now I'm actually going to have to say, down here, I'm going to have to add an async function. So what are our parameters, right? We have the post ID, right? We are building an async function. And by the way, what's the function's name? It is fetch replies. All right. And so obviously to fetch the replies, we need the post ID of the replies we're getting. And we need the contract object. Um, and I think that might just be it because basically what we'll do is we'll say the contract object um, dot get post, right? Post ID. All right, now we need to let reply content equal fetch replies, and we do forum contract and post ID post ID. Okay, I think this code might actually work. Let me see if I get any errors. I didn't get any I'm here and I'm alive. Oh, that's because I didn't press this button. We got object promise here. Okay. 357. Right? Because object promise. Wait, so what did I wanted to have a okay, we need to do a wait here. Oh man, that didn't solve the issue. Let me try that again. What? Hmm. Well, I guess I'll have to ask ChatGPT. Let's see if it can help. Um, in the console.log. I'm here in a live part. All right. I think it can actually at least suggest some changes. Looks like you're working with an event listener in JavaScript. All right, you're using. Oh, it knows that I'm using Ethers.js. Okay. Oh, you know what it might be? Maybe a wait right here. Hey, 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 hey. We are getting the get post ID, right? All right, so basically, but we actually only got post ID 0, right? So basically, right here, this thing is always getting me 0, right? So actually, what we want is the we basically just want the information about what the reply IDs are, because basically, okay, for like you see how all right, we just want um 357. What if I just try to log like news 4? Because if this is 1 and 2, if it just says 1 and 2, boom. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Right. Okay, so these are the ideas. All right, so equals news. Okay. For each in news 4. So then we can have a bunch of HTML loaded. For, oh man, I wish I could do a for each. Okay, never mind. Hold on. It's replies news 4. All right, let's hope it can understand what I'm saying here. Yep. Thanks, bro. Okay. So let news. We already have news. We already have a definition for news. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. For each element, console.log element. Sure. And now we can get rid of this thing. And we should just get like one and 2, basically. When we do this. Oh. But it stores it as that thing. So then it's always the big int math that's causing us trouble, right? So then we have to go back up to where we were doing big int math earlier. And I think I might have to add this to the helpers function. To their helpers file, I mean. So where was I using ops? Right here. And the way you do it is parse int. Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of that semicolon. But we can basically, instead of logging element, we can do parse int element underscore hex 16. Yep. And then, yeah. So then now we have 1 and 2. 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 All right, and now we need to load the reply for each 1 and 2. So for each, now we can load basically contract object dot get post this thing. Okay. And then we can console.log let post content reply content equals await contract object dot get post console.log reply content. Let's see what happens. This is only going to work if I'm good at coding. And I'm not. 361. Unexpected reserved word. Oh, await. I wasn't expecting. Hmm. All right. You know what? Let's let Ronnie equals. Okay. How about that? Let's see if we get any errors. 1 and 2. Okay, so then, okay, Ronnie. Okay, so maybe I don't need to use a wait here because I'm already in an async function or something. Okay. All right, let's see what we get when we do Ronnie. What are we getting? We get a promise. Unexpected reserved word. Okay. So this doesn't have any errors, but it doesn't. I get a promise pending. Right? Okay. And now, when I go here, now I'm here, and I want Ronnie to um, be the post content um, fetch. Um, and right now the console logs a promise, but when I add await in front of the call, it says unexpected reserved word. Ah. Mmm. Is this a situation where I just trust ChatGPT? Okay. And let's see if this works. It does indeed work. Like a charm, really. So, okay. ChatGPT makes you a 10x developer. Because I just basically optimize some code. Just like that. Okay. So, okay. What do we want? We got 360, 363. Right. So this is the entire reply, right? We actually want just the one. Well, I mean, we might want this stuff. But for now, let's just make the HTML based off of, and let's go ahead and change runny to um, full reply information. Okay, and then we can get rid of this runny call. So now we have the full reply information, but we want full reply information 1, right? So full reply information 1 is just the actual content, right? So what? Okay, and then basically we're going to push reply r dot push. Okay. Every time. And then basically as part of the end, after the loop is done, then we will we'll console.log the reply r. So that way we can now view everything that happens when we do this. Boom. And it loads both of the pieces of content. Now, okay. Let's just go ahead and return um, reply r. Okay. Okay. So we reply R. Reply R. So we just have to find where this thing is equals fetch let reply equals await. Yeah. And then all we have to do is add a little plus right here. Boom. Plus reply content plus boom. All right. And now we should have fully implemented a brand new feature. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful sight. What a beautiful sight. Wow, it's beautiful. And even if we go on the random generation, how's it look? You might have a better UX if you just go to. This is the comment I was talking about earlier. I swear it wasn't showing up earlier. Because you might. Basically, the idea is that you might have a better UX if you go to. And then the idea is that you'd see that, and you'd go to the site, and then, oh wow, this is better than just playing it in an interface. This is way more fun. I can make it. I can make it. So I think it's maybe a little bit better than Flappy Bird because it's like the gravity works both ways. So it's like not as grounded in reality. All right, and it's not as like stupidly addictive. It's just like has the general basic gameplay appeal. I've been thinking about adding a math game where it's like you solve problems and then that breaks the shield and uh and then you have to like solve it while you're doing this. It'd be a good game. All right. Great stuff. So if there's two, um, so really now we kind of have to worry about formatting, right? Because it's like basically we want to add an ID for each of these. You know what I'm saying? So basically we want to push something that already has like span ID equals, and then it'll turn it into a reply, and then the full reply information. Yeah, so then each one of those is then a like they obviously are then in line, and they can have their own like styling that's like basically based on who the author is. That'd be cool because you could, yeah, because then you could like basically the post color would be based on, or maybe you wouldn't want that. Maybe that would be ugly or unsightly. It's hard to say. Okay, so now I think we want to go to tags because I think this tags go here function needs some updating, but it'll be a pretty similar thing to what we just did. All right. Tags go here. Is that we claim that this is the thing we want to change? So, like I said, it is literally like the exact same sort of deal. Like, wait, where's the are they getting called together? Where's this thing getting called? This is getting called on the on click thing. Whereas this is a different on click. So basically, this is where we want the function to be called. So we're gonna again set up an async function down here. Which let me check and see something. So load content can definitely just call in plain old async function, right? Is this on the same column? Yeah, it's all in the same column. So let's just take this, literally just copy it, and we're not gonna be able to do it that easily, but we can already set up. Okay, what is the name of this thing? Fetch tags. Okay, and we need the post ID, right? And we need the contract object, so it is a pretty similar function. Okay. Well, let me guess. Let's try to do what we did earlier and say, okay, let's go ahead and get a news and a reply running, right? Right? Because it's going to be the same thing, except it's contract object dot, except you're reading an event here, is the thing. So to do read event. Okay. Okay. And actually, we're going to say return tags. Okay. And then we're going to go back up to where we were. And instead of this stupid ass phrase, we're going to say fetch tag. Is it fetch tag or fresh tags? Yep. And we can add, there's a contract object above us, I'm sure. All right, so this was basically built for this. Oh wait. Let's see if this works. So instead of tags go here, should say tags. Wow, it actually works. And called the tag effects, and it okay. So the press thing does affect it. Interesting. Okay, but it works for all posts. Should work for all posts. Tags work the same for all posts. Cool. All right, now. Okay. So you have to know how to read an event. Oh man. For contract budget with parameter for the call. We want to query. What is the name of that event? It's just like post tagged, right? I want to say, but it's capital P, capital T. I don't even know if this is the most up to date version of the contract, but I should be able to post tagged. Oh no. Tag, tag post. Oh no. Okay. I think that this thing is being stupid and not actually getting what's. Alright, contract. Um. Okay. Oops. So it's tag post, emit post tagged, right? Okay. The event we are querying in Solidity is boom. Again, we're basically just riding the coattails of the AI wave, manipulating the future of infinite leverage to our benefits. Oh, looks like we got a promise mistake. Here we go. Oh, wait. Hmm. Hmm. Something's wrong with the weight here. Um. All right. So it could be on my end. Could be on this one. Let me just try the dumbest thing I can think of. Didn't work. Okay. 377. And it looks somehow I crashed it. What the heck? 377. Okay. What the heck is this? What am I looking at here? Hmm. This appears to be. Let me see if we get any other errors. So basically, 377. But when it's 377 on. Oh shoot, zero's the index. Here we go. So basically, it does detect a tag, right? Where in this is the word doggo. Tag ID. Should be post ID, tag content. Wait, it should be. Where's post tagged? Is it at the? Where do we do this at the end of the start? Post ID, tag ID. Tag ID. Somewhere within this tag ID. Post ID, tag content. Okay, so let's just break this down. There's just one, right? And it has args. Right, there's three args. One, two, yeah. And we want one. And inside of that one, there's these two. And this. And this is so much. Okay. Okay. Args, right? Logs dot args one. Right. Let me just see what happens if we do that. Okay. We can load args. We can load args. Okay, and then um okay. Args. Okay, so the tag content is like hashed. Is it tag content? Emit tag content or emit? Am I emitting the tag content or um event? What happened to event post tagged? Let's see if this code even works. Oh, it does. All right. I think this is this code we want, 377. This is the most advanced one. No, actually, 379 is technically further along the way, but the code in 379 doesn't seem to work. I think we are probably beyond needing this one. But we never get to 3. So clearly tag IDs doesn't work. Alright. So I'm gonna get rid of this, right? Okay, I'm gonna say, okay. This is what I got. Now, when I console logs, I get and let's go ahead and wait. I thought we got rid of that tag fetch bullshit. 370. 370. What the heck? Okay. On 376, I get this. I didn't understand that I had to go within like different levels of args. Okay, I meant to add this code in, but it didn't. What if I just said console.log0.args? args0.1.hash. Oh man, I hope that that didn't doesn't trigger an unexpected reserved word. Okay, 376. Okay, on hash. Mad Squid. Here we go. All right, so this code still works, and it looks like we're returning the hash. Um, hmm. So I don't have the modifiable field inside of this code. So it seems like I would want to add the modifiable field. Wait a minute. Or, wait, so basically I can get I can't get that ID? I believe this thing is making excuses. I've read events from events before. Decode from hex. Nope. Well, I suppose we should log the modifiable field inside of that. Alright, let me load the most recent version of Talk.Online. And just for fun, let's see. Obviously, gas was super high earlier, and if this might cost like 500. If I can't afford it, then that's right now. That'd be one thing. But I basically need to. Okay. But then it's gonna cause an error down here because tag post. I think I can. There is a get modifiable field, right? Hmm. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so you can get the tag details, and that'll tell you the modifiable field, right? So tag.get tag details. So I might only have to do this one contract, right? All right, so where's this error happening? All right, okay. Tag post, okay. Um, String mod field equals. And before we go any further, I want to see if this compiles. Why not? Expected. Oh, wait. Excuse me. Before we go any further, I want to see if this compiles. It doesn't. Why not? String memory. Fine. It does. Wow. Okay, but what we want mod field to be instead of this is tag contract. Tag contract dot get tag details. Um, Tag content. Dash. What? Wait, we have we have get tag details. Okay. But it's actually, we want tag details, we want return 0, 1, 2, right? And 2. What? Okay, how about the modifiable field, let's do tag details, tag contract 2 dot modifiable field. Tag contract. That get tag details. Returns. Um, Man, I really wanted the name to be. I could just get the tag details based off of the name. I guess I could just change the ID, right? And then let me think. So if we do the ID, if we're like post tagged event stays the same, you just get string storage. Okay. So all right, obviously this is not going to be a quick fix. So let's just go ahead and um, say that we're gonna have trouble doing that, and we got to think how do we want to get it right, because one way to think about it is we want to retrieve the event and we want to retrieve the modifiable field as it was when the post was tagged, or do we want to retrieve the modifiable field as it is right now? I think we kind of don't want to do it the way that it was. And so then that would just be good for security, because then you can't modify everyone's post all at once. Whereas you could just get the tag name and get the modifiable field as it is, but that could be a problem. And you kind of want to be like, oh, what if people usually change the tag, because then you could have like basically two tags would be able to fit on the same thing, but then it's like repeat tags. So when you think about that, right? That's a lot. But let's make sure that this is still running the way that we think it is. Okay. And when you do that, it does that, right? So what we're doing here is loading the hash of the tag. And we would love to be able to do that without having to redeploy any contracts. So tough stuff.